Right now, I met Pac from I had a childhood friend by the name of Yafeo who was Gaddafi of the Outlaws. His mother and my cousin was good friends, you know what I mean? And our birthdays was only 2 days apart. So when we was like 9 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old, his mother would come get me and take me to his neighborhood. He lived in a neighborhood called Montclair, which is like the suburbs. Even though now it's they had some ghetto parts, they had some streets that was bad, but I used to like to go because it was a little less violent or less hectic than my neighborhood. So it was like an escape for me, you know what I mean? So she would take me over there. Yasmin Fuller, she used to make this good spaghetti. Sweet woman, you know what I mean? Real good woman. And she would take me over there, and some days I'd spend weekends over there. Years went past, I lost contact with him. When I started rapping again, I ran into her. And she was like, "What are you doing, Mutai? Been a long time." And I was like, "How was your son, Yafeo?" She was like, he's rapping now with his brother." I said, "Who's brother?" She like, "You might have heard of Tupac." And Pac already put, I think, one album out at that time.
Okay, so he was
I was like,
well-known.
of course, we know who Pac is, you know what I mean? She like, and I was like, "But I'm also trying to rap." She was like, "Well, if you serious, well, they're going to be in New York City in a couple of days. Go meet up with them." And that's it, man. When he came, I got on a train, and I went to New York, you know what I mean? And that was the first time I met Pac, man. I remember he walked into the room, man. When he walked into the room, I remember I was saying to myself, I want to be able to, I want to brag, because I thought, you know, his music was revolutionary, but at the same time he was talking gangster stuff.
Yeah.
So I used to say, man, I want to show. And he was always in the news for doing something crazy. So I was like, man, I'm gonna brag to Pac that I'm from the hood, I'm from the streets. And I remember he wasn't feeling that. He's like, "Man, I don't want to hear all that type of stuff." He was pretty much like, if I'm gonna put you down with me, I need to know you're not gonna waste my time. You know what I mean? And that's when I knew. I was like, "Oh, he's not what I thought he was," meaning that he was more mature and trying to get away from that nonsense. You know what I mean?
He's got a plan.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, for sure.
What age? At what age were you when you met him?
What age I was when I met Pac?
Yeah.
Man, I think I was about, man, I think I met Pac and I think I was about 14 years old.
14. And
Yeah.
how many years older was Pac at that moment? 18? Not probably.
18, 19. Pac was 7 years older than me.
7
So
years.
yeah, when I met him, he was about 21. You know what I
21.
mean? When I met him, he was 21. And
What
yeah,
led
'cause
to
when
what led to that connection between you and him? That
I think, man, you know what I mean? Pac didn't really trust people, outsiders. I think that he knew that I was like family with somebody can vouch for me. You know what I mean? It was Gaddafi moms, who also back in the day, she was a Black Panther with Pac moms. So Gaddafi and Pac grew up since they was kids, calling each other brother. So I think for him, someone can vouch. You know what I mean? Second, he heard about my parents, and I think that softened his heart. You know what I mean? And I seen a picture recently somebody posted with Pac signed it like, "I'm with my god brother Mu." So from the time I met him, he was calling me his god brother. He was calling Gaddafi his brother. Like, he just treated me like family from day one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember hearing you on one of your interviews where you were saying that he started crying when you were telling him the story, and you said that that was the first time anyone that was the first time someone cried, and that was the reaction.
Because coming from the hood, man, like, to be honest, when people hear about, when you hear, like, even me growing up, I didn't look at it like it was a bad thing that I lost my parents, because many of my homies didn't know some didn't even know who their father was. Some lost their mother and father also. So growing up in the inner cities, it's not like I stuck out, you know, the thing that happened to our mother.
It was a regular thing.
It was like a regular thing, you know what I mean? Not saying that they all got killed in that fashion, but it was regular to grow up with some people didn't even know who their father was. So when Pac cried, that was the first time somebody reacted that way, and I was like, I was uncomfortable. I was like, "Yo, you don't gotta cry. It's not that serious." You know what I mean? And he was like, he was just a different dude. You know what I mean?